Alright guys, so I haven't made a Increlution video in a while, but I was supposed to bring this video out like a week ago, but then I was playing Elden Ring and I did record it, and apparently I forgot to actually click through the recording button, and then I mean, with OBS, I didn't really check, and then so I was just talking for the whole half an hour without checking. So yeah, that was bad. And then I just forgot to, and then I felt like just really not didn't really want to record again, talking about the same thing. So I took a few days off of that, and then I forgot about it, and then now we're here. So, oops, my bad. But now we have this new Increlution video. But anyway, so on with the video. I first off, before we jump into the actual gameplay, since we're doing basically the same thing with chapters 1, 2, and part of 3. We are I want to talk first about the update that happened on March 3rd, so a week ago. So they added chapters 6, 7, 8, and 9, which is good. I think people have finished the game. I think just after chapter 5, and then I'm on chapter 4 right now. So that's I'm getting there, but I know that each chapter does take a lot of time to actually complete. But now that they have 6, 7, 8, and 9, we can just play more. I assume that those chapters will take even longer to do. So other changes that happened are the So other changes that have happened is that you can now right-click jobs to random ones for those that wanted picture-perfect manual fine-tuning. I mean, in my opinion, that is a good to have quality of life change that isn't really that big of a deal, because I mean, you want to just get as much level as possible, so I don't think that it's really necessary. Because you want all the levels that you can in order to get to later chapters. Since I assume, if you want to get to chapter 9, for example, you need to just do all of the jobs previously so that you can actually get those skills up. Otherwise, you will need you will need to otherwise just train a bunch just by repeating the same thing over and over again. So that I learned the hard way with fishing, because I had to fish a lot because at a later stage, because I didn't train the fishing before, so that was my bad. Anyways, another change is that times between 10 and 1 second are now displayed in milliseconds. Be slightly more detailed about speed improvements at lower numbers. I mean, just I guess a quality of life change. As okay, I know that I am improving just a little bit, just slightly, and then I know that 4 seconds, 4.1 seconds versus 4.9, 9 seconds, I think they rounded up. So maybe like 4.1 to 4.4 seconds, it's like 4 seconds, and 4.5 to 4.9 is considered 5 seconds. So you would have like 3.5 to 4.4 seconds would be considered 4 seconds before, and now you get that extra detail to that timer, so which is, I mean, good, but otherwise it's like fine. I mean, yeah, I'm just doing everything is automated, so it's fine. Another thing here is that automation requirement for digging copper has been changed from 250 to 200, so you can actually get that copper automation faster. But obviously, like, getting it faster doesn't mean that your skill will go up, but getting it faster means that you don't have to click on it every single time for that stone house. A stone house requires 100 copper, so you would have to like click on it, wait for your stone to go up, click on it again, wait for your stone to deplete, then click on the copper again. So it's a little bit tedious to do that, so I guess that's a good change. Yeah, and then nothing much else. It's more, I feel like a lot of these are just quality of life, bug fixes. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. So yeah, like I think it's just the 6, 7, 8, and 9 chapter. That's the main meat of this update. So that was really good. And yeah, we're getting. I'm getting there, but I feel like it's just you get to a new chapter and then you feel like you're just this wall just before you, and then you have to like do a lot of training, and then you climb that mountain that is that chapter, and then after you get up to the mountain, you see another mountain right next to it. That's the next chapter, and then you repeat over and over again. But I feel like it does seem like the farther you get, the faster you do get your levels up, because it is a multiplication, so it is exponential gain instead of a linear gain. So you do get your levels up faster as you progress along the game. That is good in that way. Yeah, so for another thing that as we get back into the gameplay here is that if you see the top of my skills here, farming, woodcutting, construction, fishing, cooking, digging, hunting, and and hunting, these are just way lower level than my combat, agility, sailing, and social, simply because of the monk training. I mean, the monk training, they actually help you a lot, and I assume, it seems like I have observed it, because they do take a while, and then I'm just staring at it for a bit and to see like how much level I'm gaining. But I see that like for some of the longer ones, like sailing and social, the longer you do them, the faster the instinct level increases. So I think you do get a lot of levels if you're on a lower level, and then but you do get a lot of levels the longer you do them. But of course, the longer you do them, the lower it is. So there's a little bit of a trade-off there if you want social and sailing leveled up. But it seems like for chapter 4, at least for the pyramid part, you don't need you do need sailing for the pyramid part, but it's not. It's like one thing that you need to do for, and then you need a lot of combat. Combat is pretty much like really necessary in the pyramids, so that's the thing. And then I haven't seen anything for social yet. Obviously, agility and everything, like all of the basic jobs like farming, wood cutting, etc., they are needed. Obviously, those are needed. But other than that, like apart from everything, the sailing and social, I haven't seen anything for social for the chapter 4, at least the pyramid part. And then sailing is just once in the pyramids. So I mean, it's fine. I do assume that you would need those skills eventually for something, for something like good, something like mandatory or optional, doesn't really matter, but you would need it again. Yeah, even though I'm not like getting those options right now. But like, if you don't need it, why would they even have these monk teaching? So it's fine for me to just do these teachings right now and then just try to get those levels up. But like I mean. But it's because like the thing here is that because I don't actually get to use these skills, like the previous jobs or explorations for sailing and social, they don't take that long. So like, I'm not actually getting any generation level for them. So I have to actually ramp up my generation level in order to actually do the parrot and go teaching. So there is some time waste here. I may just turn these off for a while just to save some time, and then that means that for the pyramid part, you do start off with a lower health decay, because as you will see, to get to the pyramid first, your health decay doubles. So it doubles, and doubles, right? I think it's 16 times your original health decay. So after the gold teachings, I will just explain this now, since we're waiting for the parrot and gold teachings to finish here. After these teachings happen, you climb up the mountain, climb up to the mountain top. Because it's too cold, your health decay doubles because, well, it's too cold. And then you descend the mountain and you see some desert. You walk through the desert, because it's too hot. It's like, what? I mean, if it's too hot, your health decay doubles. If it's too cold, your health decay also doubles. So through the desert, you walk through the desert, because it's too hot, your health decay doubles. So now it is at times 4. And then you continue walking, and then you walk and you see an oasis. In order to get to the oasis, because it's also, I mean, too hot, your health decay doubles again. So that's times 4 and then times 8 now. and then you find some vultures, and then you see a pyramid, and then because it's a pyramid, you're still outside in the desert. In order to walk to the pyramid, your health decay also doubles again. So that's 16 times your original health decay. So, like, I mean, it's like there's that exponential 2 to the power of 4. So, yeah. Exponential gain there of your health decay. So you want your health decay to start off really low in the beginning here, so that you can actually get that 16 times something very small, so you can start in the pyramids, doing all of the jobs in the pyramids, like very on a relatively safer level, so that you don't have to worry too much about your base health decay. Obviously, fighting and the other things, they would add to your health decay, but those are just a set number and not like this health decay that gets ramped up exponentially. So yeah, there's that. I mean, it's fine, and it's part of the game. I assume, obviously, like, I know that as I continue to play this game, reduce those times, get everything down like this, my starting health decay will be slower and slower. So that would be considered, like, that would be, I think, pretty good. So yeah, I mean, it's fine, right? It's not too bad. I think the first time I got into the pyramid, it's like I started off at, I would say, like 500 health DK. Simply because of all the multiplication. Yeah, all the doubling of the health decay, and then I like continue to whittle it down, and now I think in this run I'm like 200 to 300. I don't quite remember what I have. I guess we will find out. So here, before I jump into that, here's a segue here to fighting the lizard. Fighting the lizard here is pretty good because you do get your health gain doubled after you die. But after you fight the lizard, you can fight a baby dragon. But fighting the baby dragon requires a lot more time, as you can see, 1 minute and 30, and also it increases your health decay by 2k. So you need a lot of combat in order to reduce that time that you can actually fight the baby dragon. And after you fight the baby dragon, there is an actual dragon, an actual elder dragon that you don't have to, it's optional. You can fight, and then that's another challenge. But right now, like, my combat, I don't think is enough for it. So I just like might as well just not try it, because it'll just take time to do so. So as you can see from all that multiplication of the health decay, I went from like around under 10 to now 50 something. And so walking to the pyramid, this exploration here also doubles your health decay. But before I actually double my health decay, I want to hunt the vultures and then get all the food first before I double my health decay. I'm not sure if it's like I think it's better to do this first before you double your health decay, because if you double it, your health decay increases just faster. But yeah, I think it's better to do it before than after, just because of that. I may be wrong, because if you double it at a lower level, start off at a lower value, so after, because you're at a lower value and you hunt the vultures, maybe you're just that much. Maybe you can hunt the vulture. Maybe it's about the same thing. I don't know. Like maybe like doing it before or doing it after. I don't know which one's better, but that doesn't matter too much, I don't think. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. There might be something out there that actually can track which one is the most optimized option, but who cares? As long as you get through everything, fine. So now that we're actually in the pyramid, there are the three options that just passed there. The emerald, ruby, and sapphire temples. So you need to complete all three temples before you can enter the crypt. So first off, I have entered the emerald here, and then this thing unlocks the option to gather moss. This is another food that can improve farming, and actually improving farming is good, in my opinion, because a lot of previous things like the coconuts, they require farming, and then like having a higher level of farming can really help a lot of the earlier jobs to be that much faster. So so this is the emerald temple, and then for exploration wise, you have to pass a spike trap that takes a chunk of your food. It's like the waterfall or or jumping off the cliff exploration that happened previously. But yeah, so spike trap, and after spike trap, you have to chop down or dig the actual gemstone. So that's pretty simple for the emerald cave or emerald temple. For the ruby temple, you unlock the job to dig some clay. Digging clay, as with previously digging the copper or the iron, when you first unlock it, it takes a long time to just dig one single clay. But of course, as you progress more and more, you do that job will get reduced, the time for it. So that is good. And then finally, for the emerald temple, you get the job to fish. So that is where the water is at, and then that is where you need your sailing skill just a little bit. But for that temple, exploration-wise, after you sail a little bit, you have to fight off some piranhas. Fighting piranhas, it's like you need a lot of combat for that. I forgot to mention that for the ruby temple, you also need to fight some scarabs. And I mean, though those are mandatory explorations, so you have the 2 out of 3 combat temples here, you can have 2 mandatory fights that you have to do. So you need a lot of combat, and I mean that's why like I'm fighting the bear in chapter 3. I'm also trying to fight everything that I can fight. So just to get that combat level up. So right now in the Emerald Temple here, and carve out a gem. Apparently, this exploration is a woodcutting exploration, which is kind of funny to see that. It has always been like agility, combat, sailing, social for exploration wise, but first time I've seen like woodcutting exploration, which is actually pretty good because you do get the option to level up your woodcutting, which like is very needed right now because as you can see, like I'm only at 2k, 2.1k woodcutting, and like agility is at 100k. Yeah, and combat is like 29k. So, and like even sailing and social are at 50 and 10k respectively. So it's like you need those skills levels on woodcutting, like need them a lot, and I do appreciate this option to be woodcutting instead of maybe like, I think if it's digging, I think it can also work because there are, I guess I think like very limited options for digging because digging iron doesn't take that long anymore. After you get to like a 1k, digging iron's like not really a challenge anymore. Like yeah, so you can't really train the digging a lot. But I know that woodcutting for cutting down cocoa wood, it does take a while as well. Yeah, it takes a while. I think it does take a while, so that can help with the cocoa wood and building the cocoa wood hut and the cocoa wood raft. So that is that can help like all of these skills, the later skills, because the later a skill is, they do increase your instinct level faster than previous skills, because I think the more you do a skill, or the higher I think the rate of the skill gain is the same, but because your instinct level is that much higher, you get you can't get you get the same amount of experience, but because you do them really fast, you don't get that much experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm kind of explaining it alright here, but yeah, so the more time you spend on doing something, the more obviously the more skill you will get it. The more levels you will get on that skill. So and also like the later these explorations, the faster your skill gain is, because I think they're like more difficult and you get more experience on them. That's like kind of the concept there. So after you fight, you carve out the gemstone, you get to fight this. It's an option to fight this chameleon. Yeah. And if you fight it, you do get another gemstone, which you do need to build the gemstone ring, small shrine, or the gem pendant. Obviously, the best, most optimal thing to do is build all three, because all of them improve your stats, and because it is multiplicatively, all of the things, they multiply each other, so it's like that much better if you get something. But obviously, the fighting the chameleon, it takes so much food, because it's I think it's like 2k health decay increase, and then it takes like 5 minutes to do, or maybe like 3 or 4 minutes actually. So it's like it's still a lot. And yeah, all of these combat skills are just so much. And as you can see, my health decay right now is already past 1k. I'm sort of sustaining because I have vultures and moss. So this is why you want to enter the green temple first, because you do get the option to gather moss. The other option is to enter the blue temple to actually get some fish. I think it's some kind of fish. I don't remember what kind of fish it is, but get some kind of fish that you can eat, so you can get that much like food options, that much more food options for you to actually eat. Then you can sustain a little bit more. You can get that much more. That you can last a bit longer for more health gain after you die, and then you can start off with more health on the next run. So here, here I'm just like digging some clay, getting my digging skill up, gathering moss so that I don't die too quickly. Right now I'm just like in like the survival mode. Like there are a few modes here where you can do all of the exploration when your health decay is low, but when your health decay goes up to like really high here, like me here with 1.6, almost 1.6k, so I'm like in the survival mode where I'm just cooking food, gathering food. It's like, yeah, I know I'm dying, but I just want that little bit extra time that for survival, so that I can get a little bit extra health after you die. So yeah, I think as I die here, as I am dying here, I want to thank you guys so much for your support on Increlution. I don't know why it is getting really quote-unquote popular on my... I guess the game has become popular, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and liking the video. And with that, I'll see you guys next time on Increlution. Peace.